So here are some things I think you should be doing before you start anything. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tobi Achudume. If this is your first time here, you are super welcome. I am so excited to have you here with me. So here we talk about topics, tips and tricks that will help us grow fearlessly into the best versions of ourselves. So if you're interested in this growth, then you should stick around, click the subscribe button so you can join this family and get notified when we have new videos up. So it's the last quarter of the year and a new month, and so there are different things I would like to share with you that would help you make this quarter the best of the year and make this month also the start of making sure that you end the year properly. So if you don't know by now, I like to work in quarters, and so I set my goals quarterly and then break them down into monthly goals. And so because of that, I'm super excited about this last quarter of the year because it gives you another opportunity to do the things that you have planned to do in the year but have not done. That being said, I have a previous video where I talked about some things that I think you should do at the beginning of each quarter and at the beginning of each month in the year. And so today I'm going to build on the points that I've given in that video. I will leave the link somewhere in this video and also in the description box, so you can watch that video at the end of this one. But I'll be building up on that and emphasizing some points that I had said earlier in that video. That being said, let's get right into this. So here are some things I think you should be doing before you start anything. A new quarter, a new month, new week, basically new beginning. So let's get right in. So the first thing I think you should do at the beginning of a new month and basically at the start of anything, marking the end of something, is reflection. So I'm always big on reflection because it helps you to see clearly where you're going to and where you are coming from. So with reflection, you are analyzing the things that you have done, the things that you have gone through, the experiences and the changes that you have gone through, and it helps you to better prepare and better plan for the next phase that you are going to. So basically, reflection is you taking time out of the day to analyze, sit down properly and have a discussion, a conversation with yourself. And you're seeing things that have gone wrong, things that have not gone wrong, because reflection is not just about looking at the things that went wrong, but also looking at the things that went well and picking out lessons, energy, things from that particular experience that went well, so you can put it into something new and make sure that it goes well as well. So reflection is not just you reflecting on things that went poorly or things that were not executed. It's also looking at the things that you did. Say for example, you were able to get a contract. What were the things that you did to make sure that you got that contract that you can do now to make sure that you get a new contract that you will try to be working on? So basically, reflection helps you to do this, helps you to analyze your steps, your actions and inactions, and helps you to prepare properly for the next phase that you're going into. And this brings me to the second point, which is ask questions. So do not be afraid to ask yourself questions, because if anybody is going to lie to you or lie for you or lie with you, the only person that should be 100% honest with yourself is yourself. Everybody can lie to you, but you would be doing yourself a disfavor if you're also going to lie to yourself. So ask yourself the deep questions that you would not want anybody else to ask you because you feel terrified or ashamed of the answer. Ask yourself this kind of questions that would make you to sit down and think of the steps or missteps that you have taken, the actions and inactions that you also took. So ask yourself questions and give yourself proper answers to the questions. So don't just ask questions and then leave it at that because you're afraid of the answer. If you ask yourself questions, make sure you're providing answers to these questions. So basically what I'm saying is you need to sit down, take time out of your day to reflect on how these last months have been for you and how you would want the next month to be. And in that reflection, you're asking yourself questions that you wouldn't want any other person to ask because you don't want the answer. Now, keep in mind that these questions does not always mean that the answers are going to be negative. The questions, again, like I said before, could be what were the things that I did to make sure that I had a successful September that I can put into October to make sure that I have a more amazing October. So it's not always negative. Ask yourself questions could also mean you're asking questions that leads to positive responses or negative responses. The important thing is that you're taking time to reflect on your actions, reflect on your life, and so you know the next steps that you should be taking to make sure that you have the best rest of the year. So after saying all of this about reflection and asking yourself questions, the next thing that would be advisable for you to do is to set specific goals. So you have 3 months to make this year better. You have 3 months to make sure that all the goals that you had set before, you're able to execute and accomplish them. But you have to make sure that these goals that you're setting are specific. They are goals that you can name. They are specific goals that you can see and say, yes, this is what I need to do and this is how I need to do it. So you're setting goals that are smart. You're setting goals that you can measure. You're setting goals that have time frame. So your time frame is 3 months. You have 3 months to execute this particular goal or goals that you're setting, and you're making sure that you do it. Very closely related to you setting goals is setting and mapping out the plan that you need to execute those goals. So it doesn't stop at you having goals, and it doesn't definitely stop at you having vague goals. Your goals has to be specific, has to be clear and concise, that anybody that sees it should be able to say clearly that this is what you are trying to do. And so when you set these specific goals, you should also map out the plan that you need to make sure that this goal is executed by the time frame that you have put for it. So set goals, specific goals, smart goals that we can see with time frames related to them, and you fix the time frames according to what you know you can do, not what anybody puts in your head, because you're not competing with anybody, you're competing with yourself of September. When you set this goal, draw out your plan of how you want to execute this goal. What do you have to do every single day? What do you have to do weekly to make sure that this goal is executed? What do you have to do every single time? What are the things that you should definitely not be doing, that if you do these things, it's going to stop you from executing this goal? What must you do every day to make sure that you execute this goal and feel like, yes, you accomplished that specific goal that you had set for yourself in 2020, that makes you better ready and confident about your 2021. So set your goals and draw out a plan that you're going to use to execute that goal. So the next thing I would definitely encourage you to have is routine or routines. So morning routine, night routine, daily routine, whatever routine you think you can stick to, because routines saves the day. They save time, they save energy, they save you, and they help you to have a more productive day. And I have a video where I talk extensively on routines. I will leave the link in this video and also in the description box, so you can check that out after this video again. So set routines that you know you are going to follow and stick to, because they help you to have a better day, they help you to have a more productive day. Say for example, one of the things that you do in your night routine is plan out your next day, pick out your outfits, map out whatever it is that you're going to eat for breakfast, lunch or dinner, or as many times as you would need to eat. That saves you time and takes away the energy or effort in you thinking of what you have to do the next day in the morning, because you're taking that time out and just planned it the night before. So having morning routines, night routines or daily routines go a long way, go a great way in helping you to have a more productive day and a more productive life. And that would help you to also reduce the time you spend in thinking of what you need to do or how you need to do it, because you've done the work in your planning and scheduling moment. So basically, you need to have routines that you can stick to, and routines may come out to you as boring, which they are not, because if you do not have a routine, like it or not, you are using a routine, just not a healthy one or one that you have consciously set for yourself. So sticking to routines and following routines help you. So in school we have routines, and that is why the education system makes it easy or seems very smooth, probably the smoothest part of our life ever, because there are routines that we follow through. So set routines for yourself and make sure you are sticking to them, because they help you to have a more productive day. So the next thing I'm going to share with you is to have a budget. So budgeting is you planning according to your money. So you're planning with your money in mind, you're planning with your accounts in mind, and that is super important, especially now that we're getting to the festive season where excessive spending is most times inevitable. So you need to have a budget that you are going to stick to. And I think by now it is obviously and very clear that I am super big on planning, which is why I would be telling you to plan your day and also plan your money. So it is very important for you to plan how you spend, budget your money. How are you spending this? What are you spending this on? How much are you saving? What are you saving for? You should budget things, budget your money so that you are not going into the next year broke. Very important, because the thing about festive season is that you get carried away with wanting to impress people, wanting to show that you have these, including the things that you do not have, and you want to buy gifts for every single person. Talking to myself right now. And so the thing about budgeting is that it helps you to know exactly how much you need to spend on gifts. And if you know how much you need to spend on gifts, then you can spread that evenly across the people that you would like to buy gifts for. That way you're not going above your budget and then getting to January 2021 and you're waiting for your salary to hit, which would not hit until the end of the month. So budgeting is going to save you and help you to have a better quarter of the year, and also help you to be better ready for 2021. And that is what we are aiming for. We're aiming to end the year properly, we're aiming to end the year great, and we also want to have a fantastic new year. No wonder the first thing you're thinking of is how you're going to make money because you're broke. If you're going to be thinking of how to make money, it should be because you want to multiply your streams of income, or you want to multiply the money in your bank account. To wrap up, I'm going to just reiterate some of the things that I have said, because I think this video was kind of all over the place, because I had so many things I wanted to say and emphasize, but I didn't know exactly how to order them, because each of these things that I have said are important in their own way and in their own right. So to re-emphasize the things that I have said, and I'm stating them in no particular order, is that you need to reflect on the things that you have done before in the past months. It helps you to see where you're coming from and have a clearer vision of where you are going to. And in your reflection, you need to ask yourself questions, including questions that you may shy away from if somebody else asks you those questions. Also, in asking those questions, you need to give yourself answers to those questions. So do not just stop in asking questions, but give yourself answers. This may take longer than a day for you to fully do, but you need to do it so that you have a better quarter and a better month. So ask yourself the questions and give yourself answers to those questions. Next, you need to set goals, specific, clear, concise goals that you are able to see and clearly define. When you set those goals, you need to draw out a map, draw out a plan on how you want to execute those goals, so those goals do not just remain goals, but they actually get executed by the end of the year. If you need an accountability group to make sure you stick to your execution of goals, check the link in the description box. I will leave my accountability group link there and you can join us if you would like. So when you do that, the next thing that you would need to do is to set daily routines, morning routines or night routines, things that you have to do every day to make sure that you have a great day. Set them, batch them up as routines and stick to them. And then when you set your routines and stick to them, it helps you to have a more productive day, month, and quarter of the year. And the final thing is that you need to learn how to budget your money so you don't go into the next year, next month, or next phase of life as a broke person. That is in no way helping you to be a better version of yourself. So to be a better version of yourself this quarter, this month, until the end of the year, you should try and do all of these things. There are so many other things that you could do to help you have a better end of the year, which I will be sharing as we go on in this channel before the end of the year. So I hope you stay tuned for those videos. Click the subscribe button so you do not miss any of these videos, and also remember to share this video with your friends and family, neighbors, and people that you think would benefit from what is said in this video. Click the subscribe button so you join this space. Also give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Leave your comments down below. I love to see the comments, so please leave your comments down below so I can read them. Happy new month and happy new quarter of the year. I hope and I really pray that you have a blessed month and a blessed, fantastic quarter of the year. Okay guys, till next time, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.